There we go.
The charter has four of you. Only two members of the charter are present, and one member of the charter who is not present is also on the wanted posters on account of the Ardine homicide, and that's going to be a little bit sticky for you.
Wait,
Uh,
which one's on the wanted poster? Is it Caspian?
it's you. Caspian was long dead.
Doubt.
It was the four people who murdered the goats and the goat herds.
Oh no.
So you kind of it's like they're gonna want to know where those two are. Uh, if you don't know, it's best to just say nothing. You know, you just claim the company is the party is split. Uh, what this will mean is that effectively, Rockchild will still be wanted for the murder on the poster, and if he's ever caught, he's going to get the same sentence you got. Uh, is what this will effectively mean.
I could just
If you ever get caught, you automatically have an exile on your like permanent record of just like he's to be if he's ever apprehended by the police, he is to be exiled beyond the gates of Amsturth.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Torm, would you like to tell him why it's terrible?
No, I'll let him experience that on his own.
Cool.
Oh, I was about ready to tell him. Okay,
Beautiful.
we'll just let him figure it out.
All right, cool. In Torn's case, Torn's gonna have everything sort of lumped on him, which is the general plan. And given his previous convictions, which were high profile, and one of them was seemingly violence, he's probably also going to be exiled as someone too dangerous to be kept in standard prison. Which is how you guys all get past the gate. But just if you want to add your own flavor to trying to explain this in your own very poor way.
All right, Torin. Right, that's your name.
Yes,
It's
my
just
name is
Terrence here.
Thorin. Lawyer I've never met before other than last night. Oink.
Look, I'm just gonna cut it real with you. The other two lawyers want to pin everything on you, and the other two lovely lawyers are trying to pin everything on you. So it's not looking the best. I'm gonna try, but
But it was all I did everything. The poor innocent child did nothing, and the lumbering halfwit.
and
He was just along for the ride, so it is on me. I take the punishment, and they go away and have ice cream and don't get in trouble.
So here's the other issue that we're gonna run into that I found out because I stayed up all night studying.
Yes, you look like shit.
I was trying to mimic you. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's like flatly.
You see, it's well, on the charter for business, there are 4 persons of interest listed. However, in this particular instance, there's only 2 present, plus a wanted criminal. And then the other 4th member is an absolutely remarkable musician, and you know.
And the fourth, much handsomer member.
Yes. Effectively, they will still be wanted, and should they ever be caught, will receive the same punishment as the other 2, given that we would become, or they would become a party in exile.
Yes. Okay.
I hope that makes sense. I was spending like so long trying to understand the stuff and like.
Yes. So it would be prudent for the other totally innocent hooligan to never be found again.
Right, so I believe that the expected punishment, according to the other two of my colleagues, are that we will be punished past the gate of, what is it, Andor?
Dun, 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 dun. Suddenly, all the guards are clad in like pristine white plastic.
You know what the funny thing is in my head you said the gates and I was like, of Mandor. And then you go Andor. And I'm pretty sure those are both Star Wars things. And then I thought Mastaba actually, and no.
Caleb has stories about Mastaba. Here,
So-
this is the place you are being sent past. Ansdearth.
Ansdearth, okay. Sorry, yes. It was an exceptionally long evening. I apologize. I'm quite exhausted.
It is fine, but is it just me who is going, or all of us?
I think it's going to be everyone.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a prison, so I guess. All right, let's just get through the day and.
Well, so can you care to explain to me, like, what is so bad about that? I mean, we've seen quite a bit of the lovely countryside here.
I will explain to you. You are a man of theater and truths. Have you ever seen the illustrious play? What was the name of the play? Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh yeah. That was a classic. We would have productions of it all the time in the circus. It was one of my
Yes.
favorite stage performances, especially the
It
parts where
is-
they create their own carriages.
Yes. It is that, but with a lot more murder.
Huh. There, you can add more.
You know, alright? Yes, it is not going to be
Now,
pleasant.
does
It
that
is
come with-
lawless.
Does that come with 1970s Mel Gibson, or is that a premium edition?
Oh, Gail Mipson? Gail Mipson,
Gel
the
Gibson,
wonderful.
sorry, yes.
Gail Mipson, the wonderful elf performer. Yes. No. But no, it is a lawless wasteland of thieves, murderers, and cutthroats.
Oh, so like Canada.
Yes,
Oh.
like the Feywild region of Canada.
Yes. Wonderful.
It's pronounced Canadia.
Canada.
Canada.
The
No,
fictional
I'm
version
going
is
to be very-
Canadia. Please tell me Theo is watching.
Oh my god. Canada's now real
Canada. Sorry.
in this
Canada.
world.
We have
It's just
condensed-
like last time with North Korea, guys.
Hey, we.
Uh,
There's just condensed Earth now somewhere out there. It consists of Canada, North Korea, France, and Italy. I think at this point.
All right. So-
Interesting. Yeah. So what you're saying is we would survive quite fine, considering we have no issues with murdering folk.
Yes, I will be honest with you. In the time that I spent there, I either saw someone be murdered or murdered someone almost every day. So if we are going, we need to be prepared and to be ready. So
DM
It's just
table
the-
talk. How many times have we killed someone on each day? Has it been an everyday thing?
It hasn't been an everyday thing.
Because
No,
we
you have
definitely
spent-
are at
you
a
have
pretty
spent-
high rate.
So you have probably averaged. Well, no, actually, no, you haven't because yeah, you lost some of those fights. So as far as actual people go, and not just like ghosts, monsters, and other things, you've killed. I'm gonna give half for the crow lady, the crow golem. You've killed 5.5 actual human people over the course of about 3 weeks.
That's it?
Okay,
Yes,
now
but
added
everything
all
else
the
you
other
killed has
skirmishes.
been a ghost, a zombie, a plant, or a non-lethal encounter, such as your one with the Noel Hans Ashling. So
Oh,
Do the 3
you guys have
Donjon
actually
fights count?
only killed about 5.5 humans.
Who do those kills go to, by the way?
I do not have the exact count of who got the killing blow. However, the 2 instances when you actually killed humans, not just let humans get killed or things like that, were when you were killing all the goats and you murdered the 2 shepherds, and the people who were the staff of Ailish Manor.
Yeah, that was really fucked up, guys.
that was understandable. That
The
one
staff
was
of- yeah.
justified.
Yeah, that was kind of like kill or be killed.
True.
Other ones,
Yeah.
nah, not so much.
You guys have had some
also-
escapades. You've fought against humans and humanoids, but you've not.
Semantics,
killed
but does
them,
the depth of
as-
Caspian count towards that total as well?
No,
No.
it does not, because that's not someone you killed. Just as the lumberjack who died while you were escorting the lumberjacks does not count, because technically the plants or monsters killed those people, not the knaves.
Hmm.
So yeah, you've killed close to 6 people in like 20 days.
That's still a
Nice.
pretty solid rate. That's like every third day.
Nice.
Like that's a healthy amount.
Yeah, when you put it as only been 20 days.
I don't have the exact day you arrived here. I believe you arrived somewhere on about, say, the 14th or 15th of Maris, and it is now the 30th.
Wait, what about those guards? Were those not lethal? Or the security force, was that a non-lethal encounter?
Which security
killed them?
force?
In the bar.
Oh yeah, you did kill those people.
And all the gnomes.
Oh no, to Nola no.
I don't remember how many of those guys are, but yes, that would make it more people.
Yes, we kill a lot of people.
You
So
killed a
we
lot of
should be
people.
fine.
You
20
know what?
days! When you put that in
when you put it
perspective.
like that,
Yeah,
yes,
you've
we
been
should be
here
fine.
about 15 days.
Yes.
We haven't
when you
even
put it
been
like
here
that.
a full month. We're already getting exiled.
I like that. I imagine that in this instance, Torin and his lawyer are going back and forth as to how many people they've killed.
Yes, we're in the moment. Yes, we are counting all the people we killed.
Are
Uh,
we
yeah.
like together with the
No.
rest of the lawyers, or are we
No,
all in separate rooms?
You're each assessed separately, unfortunately.
Yes. So
Okay.
and then yes, so that is how many that we have killed. All right, actually, I am much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
There's
looked
also
more into
one
it.
more. There's also one more, which will be coming up shortly.
Oh.
You'll see what I mean.
All right, so
There's-
all right, so honestly, yes, I'm much more on board with this. Okay. Why don't you grab me a cup of coffee and we will get this show on the road. Yes, and what was your name again? Was it Gall?
Oh,
Yes,
my name
Gall
was
Goodman?
It was
Paul
Woodman.
Woodman.
Paul Woodman. Yes. All right, Paul.
Can
Do we
you
know what
please
thing?
choose a different name, seeming as like you forgot your cover story, because that would be hilarious.
It would be, but
you
that's
stayed
the
up
one
all
thing
night. You can't remember the alias you did.
I don't remember much else, but I do remember the name. Okay. Would I have a moment before the
5%
trial to like
pleasure,
fix
50%
myself look a
pain.
little better?
What?
Can I like touch up my disguise?
Sure. You have the disguise kit.
Yeah.
Roll me a dexterity check for that with disadvantage. You can use sleight of hand if you're proficient. Otherwise, it's dex plus proficiency. Disadvantage.
Alright.
12.
Ooh.
So. Yeah. So, your disguise ends up being it's pretty much decayed a lot. And you messing with it doesn't help. It's at about half its efficiency as it was before. Which is unfortunate, but it's not. It doesn't fall apart immediately, which is good. as you keep this going.
Okay, well, as long as it's somewhat efficient. My client's already going to be taking a fall, so, like, I don't need to keep up too much of a charade.
Yeah.
Just as
We
long
need
as
to
they
get
don't.
through enough of a charade.
Yeah.
You still have enough wits about you to gather that impersonating a a lawyer might not be the best. That might not be another charge you want.
Is it illegal?
Yes.
Wait, really?
You're practicing law without a license to practice law. You can't
Now,
just say I'm a
what's-
lawyer and become one.
What's a worse crime? To be fair, what is a worse crime? Being caught
Honestly,
in person.
impersonating the lawyer, because lawyers take that shit seriously and want to protect their income.
Okay, but what if I forge the documents? Is it more of a crime to be caught with forged documents?
That's just
versus
another
no
crime.
documents?
You're just adding forgery to the impersonation charge.
You're just making this worse for yourself. It's not an either or thing.
No, it's adding it on. It's not like you have cake or frosting.
But what if I want both?
Then you commit both crimes.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah.
Do not tempt me.
Anyway,
I'll be right back unless you need me here.
well, I was gonna say we should probably, if you would like, we can get moving to the. You guys can begin to be transferred all the way to the. Excuse me. You can begin to be transferred out to Mikari through the echoes.
Okay, I'll be back in
for
like
your
2 minutes.
for your hearing. But, yep. Yeah. So after a little bit of consulting with is there anything Gareth wants to say to his lawyers?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I still remember the plan from my notes, looking at them. So
All right. Yeah. All right. So you are now going to be taken to the hearing. So you are your hands are cuffed. There are runes on the cuffs actually don't link together. It's just metal bracelets with runes on them. So you actually have full range of movement, which is fun.
I used to assume I can't use magic.
You consume a lot of things. And
I mean,
yeah. You're put on a carriage, and it's actually a pretty damn nice carriage. Guards go in with you. Guards right up top. Second carriage pulls up for the lawyers. Lawyers get in, and you are taken. Through the Ectos. Which, for those of you who are primarily spellcasters, which is all of you, it's kind of a sight. You see you actually pass right through the 6 spires, which is a ring of 6 towers reaching like fingers up towards the sky. Spires are said to house the greatest accomplishments and minds of each of the 6 fields of magic. The bardic, the clerical, the druidic, the sorcery, the wizardry, and the warlock bound. And you sort of pass. You sort of end up passing right under one. It is the Bardic Tower, and you can see just sort of the doorway itself is carved almost like 2 giant harps back to back. As you pass by this just magical nexus point. You are brought eventually to a massive hulking building that is the Mikari prison. This is just a squat Alcatraz building. Gate lifts up, and as you enter inside, you enter into a sunless but still lit courtyard. And you realize that the Mikari district is one giant compound. So even if you break out of your cells, as you know, Torin, even if you break out of your cell, you still have to fight your way through what is effectively an entire labyrinthine city filled with guards, lawyers, mages, traps, and other such things. This is a pretty hardy place. You are taken from your carriages and led into a small hearing room. It's not nearly as as austere as you thought it would be for this society. It's a small, well-used room with benches lining the walls, which no one is sitting in, and a set of tables before a raised dais at which a young man is seated. He has long, sort of brown hair, sort of braided back into like the pseudo ponytail that men have sometimes. He is sitting. He looks like some sort of like colonial person from the Patriot.
Oh, yeah.
He's sitting up there, and a voice from you're not quite sure, it's an unseen voice booms out. You have entered the 17th court of the grand city of Evernith. Judge Amadeus Dre presiding.
Amadeus.
You are all, the prisoners are situated at one bench, or at one table, and the lawyers at the other. He begins to look over paperwork which is presented to him from all of you, even Rockchild.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul Woodman.
How difficult would it be for me to get licensed after this? Like, can I take the exam?
I'm gonna kill you later. You're not making it out of this place.
Let me have a career
You're
change.
not living that long. You're not living long enough to find out. I joke, or do I? But he looks at paper. Knaves of Venzor, you have been charged collectively, but I see here that you have chosen to plead individually and have been represented as such. Trouble in paradise, is it? Band is breaking up after a short period of only 2 or some weeks. That's quite a shame. Always can use more cannon fodder for the wilderness, but that is neither here nor there.
Objection, speculation.
You are not a lawyer, be silent.
You're
Under
gonna
my
get
breath.
contempt of court.
You have
Yeah.
been...
Under my breath, I'm like, neither am I.
Now, since you have all pleaded the same, in your lawyer's forms, there's little use in reciting the charges. So I'll get straight to the point. The evidence against you is overwhelmingly substantial and undeniable. However, in light of the seeming whereabouts of your remaining members being as such unknown, this court will provide an opportunity for leniency. Should any of you be willing to reveal to this court at this time the locations of Rock the Child and Caspian Gray?
I can help with the second one.
Do pray tell.
He was killed in the Kalchek forest.
We
Planted a coffee tree seed above his grave, or where he was buried.
Let the charges be added. Illegal horticulture.
What
You
the
did
hell?
something. It's a crime.
You're in a bureaucratic hellscape. Just tell him he
You have now
died.
been, the charge of illegal horticulture has been added, and with given its minor nature compared to the sheer litany before me, it will be consigned to the remain alongside all other charges as such to that of the individual known as Torin. Now, Torin, as I understand, you have a substantial life sentence currently outstanding. And yet,
Yes.
here you are alive and not in prison. Would you care to explain to the court how that came to pass?
Oh, I am just, thank my God, Karamikos. It is a miracle. He has brought me back for great things.
You'll add profaning the divine to the list of charges.
If I was profaning the divine, may he strike me down.
Garrett's just
Strike
like
it on the
looking up,
record.
like,
I like it
give
noted
me-
that I was not struck
give-
down. Please put it on the record.
Give me an even or odds.
Odds.
80 even. As you say that, something heavy falls on the roof above your head. Everyone looks up for a moment, and then back down at you.
dude, that ain't working out for you, man.
I just like look over at the defendants and go, just stop.
I was
That is
not
your
struck.
client. You can't advise him.
I was not struck. Alright, I'm sorry. Continue.
Ron is just silent throughout this whole thing, trying to look as
Right.
like confused and innocent as possible.
Right.
If
Robin's
anything,
lawyer
you
is the
should have
only
prayed to
one giving
Eldris.
good
We've already
advice.
established he won't show up. He won't do anything. If I'm profaning the divine, may Eldris strike me dead.
That'd be the only
the
time
ghost of
he'd
Karamikus,
respond.
everybody. You know, you're all laughing right now. Yay, funny sound. But a man is dead up there.
What?
There's a dead man up there!
You don't know. He fell off the roof and broke his neck. All you know. Just
Is that number 7
no
and a half?
funny noise.
Oh no, it was an experimental flying vehicle. They crashed.
Ah, yes. You know, do the way much more solemn music now for our new tone.
R.I.P.
Yeah. So he looks over, like, as per the appeals of your lawyers, sorry, let's see. I see where. All right, so you will not reveal the nature of your exit from government custody. We must only assume that is illicit. We shall add that jailbreak to the list of charges. Now,
I would like to state that I fully believe that my god Karamikus helped me get out.
just like,
Is this the devil made me do
Mr.
it case?
Mr. Woodman, is it? You are new to my court. Please advise your client that anything he says can, will, and is currently being used against him.
Torin, is there anything else that you would like to confess to the court while we are listing off charges?
I really don't want to do more work today.
Well then, my friend,
He
let
is
us
a government
just cut-
official, after all.
Let us just cut this short, correct? I mean, you clearly have the
Rocky.
list of charges. We have the agreement. Like, we understand that there are certain necessities that need to take place.
Very well. However, there is one final act before this court issues its sentencing. Bailiff, will you please reel in the exhibit? There is one charge to which none of you has been privy, as this charge rests on one of you solely on the shoulders of one of your absent members. Please bring forth the evidence. You see before you, in the remains of priestly robes, sort of slick, almost as if a person was burned alive and then doused in oil afterwards. Just black, icky mess of a human being just frozen in pain and terror, their fingers curled and claw-like, their jaw unhinged from the force of their scream. Vague priestly robes rest around them. Everyone make a history check. Rockchild, disadvantage.
Oh, come on, I know what this is.
I'm going to have
Very
Robin gasp in horror.
Yeah.
Unaware of what this is. So we're doing.
I got a nat one, guys.
Nat 1. Barbecue gone wrong is Garrett's
Shit.
conclusion.
I got a 12.
12.
Whose corpse is that?
Thank you for that +5.
I got a 4.
Hey, wait a minute.
4.
What happened to our horse?
Yeah, we need the horse
Is that
to
the
roll.
horse?
Is that a horse? Is that our horse? Who did this
That's
to our
not-
horse?
That's a human being. That's a human being.
That's a human being.
No,
That's
can
not,
the horse
that's not a
please
horse.
be in the back
Highest
of the
roll
courtroom
is
watching?
a 12.
Highest roll is a 12.
So it's not until the judge says, "This is a priest of Malele," that it clicks with you. This is the warlock who attempted to heal Rockchild's blackening.
Oh,
This is what has happened to him less than a day later.
Yeah, right. Robin
This-
is still gasping in horror, but at the realization of what has happened, is gonna start crying a little bit, not audibly, but just like feeling horrible for this.
The Native American litter commercial tears. Just
I have to step away for just a moment. My dog is freaking out. Give me one moment.
You know how a kid silently cries, in like they're not making any noise, but they're like just visibly crying and like distraught.
yeah, sure, you're doing that.
That is what Robin is doing right now.
This
they
is-
cannot.
Yeah.
They understand by the nodes that they, or whatever they're called, memory crystals, what has happened to this man and what he had to go through,
Mhm.
and is just absolutely horrified that they have inadvertently
This is
caused this person to do
this
it.
is
So they're gonna
clearly
have
the
a whelp of guilt.
this is clearly the work of an unhinged maniac and a menace to all society. So I ask you again: do you have the whereabouts of your fellow knave,
to be fair,
Rock the child?
to be fair, after the fight with the skeleton Draco Lich, he did kind of disappear. We're not entirely sure. He was there one moment, and then when the guards busted in, he was gone. I was trying to pull my friends out of the carcass.
Mhm.
Wait, so Robin technically doesn't know where he is, right?
Yeah, we don't.
Technically, both Gareth and Robin do not know that Rockchild is Paul Woodman.
Cool. Robin is going.
You actually can't give him up. I just thought it would be too funny.
Robin is going to. Be
Rock's just sweating there,
Making
just sitting there
me
like,
sweat here. Like I'm sitting here like, oh no.
Robin is gonna be like, I don't know. Did he do that? What the hell? Oh my god!
oh, I think I might know what
and
did
it's gonna
it.
start freaking out a little bit. They knew someone who did that.
I'm gonna whisper over to my lawyer. I think I might know what caused that.
Don't say anything. He's just your lawyer is just like he's got the weird like Pentagon briefcase thing, old
Listen.
school doctor kit. Just
Listen,
no.
it's not a matter. I'm like whispering to him, like, listen, it's not a matter of like legality at this point. It's kind of a matter of existential
Dread.
threat.
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. The judge is going to call order. Very well. In keeping with the precedent of this court, the city of Venzor and its backers, through the powers vested in me, And then as he's reaching for like a gavel to give his summary judgment, a messenger comes in through the back, begins to whisper to him, and there's a moment as he like turns and he's like, what? There is there's more whispers than other words, and like you Paul can see next to you, the other two lawyers kind of give each other a look, almost if they know something you don't.
So the judge did a background check on me, didn't he?
Well, I'm gonna look over at the child, make sure they're okay.
Yes, please console
Okay.
the child as guilt is overwhelming them,
Yeah.
and they're legitimately,
Sure.
absolutely horrified and confronted with physically what you guys have all done.
Oh God, I'm too young to be a single dad.
Rockchild, roll me insight. Still at disadvantage because you are exhausted. Here we go. Again.
Oh.
7. The jig is up. The news is out. They finally found you.
No!
I'm still gonna pretend like I'm going down with the ship. This is a performance. I'm not breaking character. Even if I
This is a
think they
performance.
know, I'm still gonna full send it.
Yeah, rock
We're
me
gonna
on
gaslight them.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Gwen. I am going to use emotional manipulation on the judge. No,
You're
you're
like,
honestly-
the jig is up.
things.
I'm a fucking gaslight them. I'm gonna make them think that
You're
they're
just crazy.
wrong.
You just had a
Justin?
long day. Like you don't mean this.
Justin, I know a feat that would have really benefited you right now, and it's actor.
Yeah, well, if I ever make it out of this alive, I will go with the actor fee because I am a performer.
I'll say, yeah, this is a pretty good. Like, I think you would have fought, like, even with the disadvantage, I think you would have really gotten it.
Cats
Well,
like
actor would have
gatekeep
bumped
girl
him up to like a
boss.
12 or something.
Increase charisma, advantage on deception and performance. So
Which
he
this
would
is
just had a
So
flat.
you would have
so-
just gotten a straight.
This is an
Roll.
insight check, so it wouldn't.
I
have
know,
saved
but
me.
his performance rolls would have been better for his disguise at least.
You mean the
Yeah, we had like
28
two
wasn't good enough?
24s for that shit before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like last time he rolled above 23 times as is, so it's not like he was losing on that front. It's just the disadvantage things are starting to come undone. But anyway, they kind of exchange a knowing look. They are it is a worrying look. Neither of them seem particularly enthused. Not that either of them have been enthusiastic to begin with.
I hope it's when I initially called for help of the premiere. I hope the
Yeah.
premier's coming to help out.
Yes.
We need
You're
that
just
level of
taking
executive
the premiere
pardon.
down with us?
Yeah.
He's not gonna be able to help us.
We need an executive pardon at this point.
I mean, we could probably blackmail someone. We do have the blackmail ability.
Guys, I think that's just gonna make it worse for our case.
Look,
Yeah, we'll
at a
take the
certain
quick-
point, it can't get worse. At a certain point, it cannot physically
Yeah.
get worse.
We could be sentenced to death and not exile.
Well, according to what Torin was saying, exile is about as good as death.
Yeah, but at least we have a chance to kill everyone else.
But at least we're all together again.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
Caleb,
there
what
you
has
go.
happened is the judge was about
Yeah.
to sentence you.
I've heard all of it. I was on my phone listening in, so
Alright,
I am
cool.
all caught up. Thank you, though.
All right, good. Yeah. So the whispering continues from it. The judge, like, you just really seriously, like, very, very much freaking out. He kind of, they're all, he's he's very much like, there has, as the messenger says, wait, there is, there's been a plea lodged against the proceedings of this court. By Her Royal Majesty,
Yes!
Princess Amara
Yes!
Stilio.
Moira just kind of, Torin just like,
I would not celebrate if I were you, gentlemen.
Oh no.
Hey. They're not binary. I point to the child.
But the child wasn't
Well,
celebrating.
okay, the child is still crying. It was just me very excited. I
I
would
know.
like to state that.
I know, but I am
Uh,
also going to be that asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Stick up for my character's gender. Everyone gets it wrong.
Exactly. This is the most important time
This
to do
court
it.
has defined that people are born as either a man or a woman.
Oh no! Pause.
This is the court. Oh,
Immediately
you thought this was an
retract.
island? No, this is the court of Texas.
Nope.
No, not Texas.
and this podcast.
We
becomes
at Isle of
the
Gaming do
fucking
not
horror.
stand by Colum Coleman's words on February 20th, 2023. The words were said
I
in
will
a
kill
gross
you.
I stand by them.
I will do to you what she threatens to do to me.
Look,
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
don't
trying
want
not to
that.
get us canceled.
Yeah. We are having fun here. We mean no ill will against the people of Texas, only its justice system.
Exactly.
Blame
Texas has
True
really
Canada.
anti-trans people.
we can hate lawyers, people. It's okay.
Lawyers are the worst. As I look at
At
Paul
Paul
Woodman.
Woodman.
Lawyer
Uh,
lives matter.
no, my
No.
as Caleb. Okay,
All
okay,
right, gentlemen.
serious.
Mhm.
All right.
File has been lodged against the proceedings of this court by Her Royal Majesty, the Princess Amara Stilio herself. Majesty wishes to remind the court of the deeds and doings of her father, who first established this court, and its proceedings on the Isle of Venzor. And that it is the bones of her father which were so desecrated by the three of you.
Aaron.
As such, and in light of your refusal to yield to us the menace that is Rock the Child. Seriously, who the fuck is named Rock the Child?
Okay, so an explanation on his name, his culture, it is.
Fuck off! What are you doing?
I look
Oh,
over
no,
at
I was-
Gareth and like, yeah, keep going.
So, like, in his culture,
Your lawyer is like signaling you to be silent. Your actual lawyer.
Don't tell him he murdered a child. Okay,
it was
You
a
say that out
1,000 years
loud.
ago.
You say that
was,
out
That was
loud.
Caleb's voice, not Torin's.
I don't care.
Torin does
Yeah,
this.
Caleb's
it's
voice.
It was 1,000 years ago. That culture's long dead.
Yeah, thanks to one of the gods here.
To be fair, also, that corpse did attack us first.
As such, the
All right.
knaves.
Menace of Rock the Child.
As such, the knaves will be consigned not to simple exile beyond the gates of Ansderth. But you have been henceforth and immediately conscripted to the Black Chain,
No.
and the gavel hits the ground.
Am I still
What's the
under
black
effect-
chain?
Am I under the effect of the zone of truth?
Technically, if you would, if you would like to step forward and speak, please roll a Wisdom saving throw.
I purposely fail.
No
know that
no
I
one has
failed?
tried to say anything deceptive, really, so I haven't called for one.
Okay, no, I'm not going to lie. I'm not lying. I just want to double check that I am.
Yeah.
Under
No, if you
the-
try, if you do something that seems deceitful, you'll have to make the Wisdom save in order to say.
Okay. Okay, what I'm going to say is that's fine. A sentence coming down from a whore who sleeps around with ne'er-do-wells and circus people. Fuck it!
You are immediately restrained by several bailiffs who appear out of thin air, like
Oh, did I
literally
lie?
phase
Do
into
I lie?
existence. They literally phase into existence.
I saw it in my eyes. Your twin is no more.
Oh
And
my
then
Scream.
It seems that years of captivity have degraded the mind of this individual. As such, he will be remanded to psychiatric reevaluation in the Tower of Turf.
To be fair, he did have another person living inside him. I don't think that helped.
So Caleb just got himself sentenced to fucking.
Can you explain to me what the black chains are like table talk wise? Explain it to me.
I can send it to you if you want in Discord.
Yeah, please, because I need to know what we're trying to get out of here.
Yeah. You are now all going to be escorted out, unless you would like to do anything more.
I will get those teeth back.
Yeah. So speaking of which, you will get most of your gear back in a moment. However, there will be a few notable exceptions.
I feel like the goat hide's gonna be gone.
Yeah. So you are taken.
It was made into a beautiful top coat.
You are taken, and Justin Rockshot, you may follow at your leisure, but you are both taken out of Makari, down a short way. There's no carriage this time, and you are marched through what is kind of a shitty looking gate. There are the gate, there's rust on the iron. There's the road kind of turns to dirt almost immediately outside the gate. It's very much a used and not well maintained section. As you are led out through the fittingly named Gates of Justice. In the distance, about a day's march, you can see sort of a rising cliff face. Seems to make a narrow choke point around the road, sort of like a valley. A guard tosses each of you your things, and you get all your stuff back, except for the teeth of Cyrax, the skull of the golem of Miklas, the forged papers that Torin had, and the fleece of the giant goat.
That's that. I need the goat one. I want my teeth back though.
They're not yours. They're Cyrax's.
I glued it in. They're mine.
You have your stuff tossed at you, and you are told to march that way to the gates of Anderth. You're not there in 2 days, you will be shot. If you attempt to turn around and come back through this gate, you will be shot. If you are found anywhere past the gates of Anders after 2 days, you will be shot.
Wait,
Is there anything we won't be
Anders?
shot for?
I thought we were going to Andropolis.
No, the princess made sure that we got a much more significant.
You were going to Ansderth.
Yes.
As was written. And what was originally arranged to happen was you were going to be exiled to the gates of Ansderth, and your lawyer friends, the legitimate ones, were going to arrange with their various backers to have you come back in exchange for doing a few things for them out there.
Yeah.
Instead, what has happened is Gareth and Robin have been assigned to the Black Chain, and Torin has been sent to the Tower of Turf.
Yeah, isn't the Black Chain in Andropolis?
There is one in Andropolis. There's also another in Tywardurth. The Black Chain refers to a semi-legitimate mercenary company. It's actually 2 mercenary companies.
Okay.
One which is made up of the scoundrels, scum, and warlords of Tywardurth, The other of which is a respectable military service in Andropolis. So you're being sent to the you're being sent as like forced laborers to the Black Chain.
Okay, sorry. You said Anderth, so I got like really confused for a second.
Yeah, I
We're
know.
getting
The two A names kind of sound a little bit
Yeah.
similar.
Gwen, you two are collectively Jon Snow getting sent to the wall, but much, much worse.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
basically the Black Gate, right? Where you're basically kind of forced to watch the gates. So this separates Gondor from Mordor, right?
Yeah, kind of like that. Basically, what it is the Black Chain controls the Sea Chain. That runs through the entire caldera of Venzor. It is to be lifted up in times of war as like a means of preventing ships from entering the harbor. It's a giant chain. It's the two anchor points. One of which is out in the Tyward Earth. So you've been given your stuff back, and you've been told to march that way.
So, question for you, and this is for Rockchild, but how far am I from the royal castle?
So if you were not following them when you left, pretty far away because you were in Makari, which is in the northeastern corner of the city. It is the northeastern corner of the city. The Chancellery and the Keep, which is where all the important people are, is at the geophysical center of the city. The city kind of spirals out from that point. So you're probably a few hours of walking. At least.
Yeah, I'm not gonna follow them to the gate. I'm instead going to make my way downtown, walking fast as the faces pass.
All right. And your goal is to get back into the Chancellery?
Yes, I wish to speak with our royal counterpart.
Okay.
Royal counter.
You come to a gate to the Chancellery. How do you propose to enter?
I should have thought of this ahead of time.
I can come back to you. I've got 3 other people to manage.
So is it possible for...
The...
So since the party's getting split apart, is it possible for me to find a place to take a short rest so I'm no longer suffering the exhaustion?
You have to take a long rest. To get rid of the exhaustion.
Okay, well... I think it's probably best if I take a long rest before I enter.
All right. What do you just find an alleyway and try and sleep in it?
No, I'll find a tavern or something and book a room for the night.
Yeah. This close to the Chancellery is going to be 2 gold.
All right. How much is the premium upgrade?
Half platinum.
Okay. Then I will pay the 2 gold.
It comes with a bath. It comes with a warm bath, actually. So you get a soak. So Rockchild is sleeping his worries away. The 3 of you, what would you like to do?
Well, I guess we gotta start walking. Me and Robin.
Yeah, I guess. So we're at the gates of Anderth, and we have to head to Tywardarth, or
So
where are
you
we?
are at the gate. You're at the gate of justice to the city of Venzor.
Okay.
In the distance, you can see a point at which the ground rises up on both sides of the road to make like cliff faces in a valley.
Mm-hmm.
You are told that is the gates of Ansderth, and you have to make it there within the next 2 days.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll head there. I mean, we were planning on going there anyways, right? We're just headed to a worse place, right?
Yeah, you just head to a worse spot. It's gonna be harder for you to get out now. Because
Okay.
yeah, it's gonna be harder for you to do things.
Yeah. I'm going to get on Diotals and start heading there.
So your horse is not with you.
What?
You left him, I believe, in the royal stables. Sorry, what?
I thought we brought him with.
You would not have had him. You would not have had him with you in the chancellery.
No, but I thought he was outside of there. Did they not return my horse to me?
No.
Nope.
So
You were not arrested with it, therefore it was not given to you.
So I'm on the road with them, right? I just have to walk myself to the fucking tower.
Yeah, you all three of you have to walk to the gates of
All right.
Anzurth. Basically, that's where you're going to be processed. People are expecting you.
I'm so sorry, little one, that you do not have a horse. However, you have your trusty steed, Doran.
And I will pick the child up,
Okay.
and the child will get a piggyback ride.
Awesome. Yeah, Robin will climb onto Torin's back and be like, Torin, I can't believe they didn't give me Thea's horse back. You were such a justice. Yeah, so like the child is just emotionally wrecked now that you took her therapy horse away, so
Yeah.
Oh, I will be
they're so sad.
your therapy horse.
I can't take you seriously, Caleb.
What is wrong? I say I be your therapy horse. You want that? Children. They don't respect
Alright.
elders.
Robin is gonna like pat like your scruffy head. So Torin, thank you. Thank you for taking the blame as well.
Of course. Also,
We're not going to a totally terrible place, are we? As they have no fucking clue what's happening.
well, it is not all that bad. You will have Gareth, and Gareth will look after you.
Are you lying to Robin?
Are you gonna roll an insight check?
I am gonna roll an insight check.
Roll persuasion or deception. Don't tell us which, but just roll and give us the number.
You're gonna have to beat a 17, just so you know that.
Cool. I rolled a 17 plus 4.
Okay, I have a 17 plus. Hold on, wait, my insight. Plus 2. All right.
So 19 to 21. You can't tell if he's lying. Seems honest.
Gareth, who I assume is looking at me while we're talking, I will say this because Robin is on my head. They don't see my face.
Yeah,
But my
that's
face
true.
is my Gareth. As I'm looking at you, like you'll have Gareth with you. My face is just notably very pale. As I say, it's not that bad. Also, I wanted you to all know that our good friend Rockchild is not a psychopathic murderer. He did not kill that person. At least not intentionally.
No, but he did it with the blackening, didn't he?
It was unintentional, I think. I think, they tried to fix him and they got hurt. I don't think he meant to do it. But also, he is fine. He is okay. I know this.
How do you know this?
Oh my God speaks to me. I'm just lying. No, he was. Did you not see it? His makeup was not that good. I'm going to be honest, but he was my lawyer. He was Paul Woodman with the fake beard and everything.
You didn't see that. Okay.
Yes, it's inside though. He is smart. He will be fine.
Okay, Robin. Yeah, so Robin's gonna choose to believe Torin since he doesn't seem like he's lying, and they have no reason to distrust Torin since they have a good relationship. So that's gonna be fun to see that betrayal.
Sometimes you get a lie to your kid.
And
Sometimes you get a
Yeah.
Actually,
It's a
no,
good thing
no.
Torrent's not writing a parenting book.
So, Torrent, you're right. I figured out what my course of action is. I know what I'm gonna do, and I think there's a way to resolve this.
Are you gonna repeat what Torin said about the princess to said princess?
Well, in theory, what my plan is
You're gonna blackmail the princess.
Oh no, this isn't gonna go well.
Yes,
No,
so
the
when you
it's
put
dragon
it like that.
princess. The dragon princess.
Okay, I'm not afraid of no dragons.
She's being a bad dragon.
Listen,
Look, so my plan is when I wake up, I want to go to the royal stables. Under the
Okay,
guise
great.
of checking up
Oh.
for our horse.
I will get to you in just a second
Okay,
then.
Yes.
Torin, Gareth, and Robin. As you are walking along, the ground beneath you becomes increasingly just barren dirt, dead trees, and rocks. It's just quite unpleasant. And after a few hours, it's almost all uphill. And as we come to the end of the 8 hours that Rockchild is sleeping, you three of you begin to realize 2 days to the gates of Vansdirth might not necessarily be enough time. Someone may be setting you up for failure.
Aw, how sweet
Motherfucker.
of them.
It's like probably is. It's gonna be close. Is how it seems at the moment. Rockchild, free of the paperwork that Caspian inserted the word "the" into your name. You want to go to the royal stables to find the Oltos?
Yes, but more importantly, to check upon our steed.
The Oltos is the steed.
Yes.
Are well broken in. Oh, I'm sorry, the other speed.
Cullum, I hope you appreciated the joke that Rockchild doesn't actually know the horse's name.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure he doesn't. I'm trying to communicate with the player effectively.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
So, with my teleportation, I can teleport someone with me, but I can only do that 2 times a day.
No, you can't teleport other people, but you can do it 2 times a day.
I thought I can teleport other people, but when I use Misty Step, I can only teleport me.
Are you talking about your racial ability?
Yeah.
Yeah, your racial ability, you can use that like 3 times a day to teleport. It's just you.
It's just me. I thought I used it to teleport someone
We
else
did-
because it's a different edition.
Yeah, we did, but then we realized so there's 2 versions of it depending on which version of the race you took.
Yeah.
One says once per day, you can teleport yourself and up to 1 other person.
Hmm.
The version you have says up to you can teleport yourself a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus per day.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you have multiple uses that reset every time you go to sleep.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So
I wouldn't be able to use Misty Step to get us at least like 90 feet closer.
Are you casting the spell Misty Step, or are you using your teleporter?
I would be casting